He is a well-known radio DJ here in Houston who found a second calling in life after meeting a young girl battling terminal cancer. Now he and his wife are dedicating their lives to fighting pediatric cancer, one step, one race, one ultramarathon at a time through the Snowdrop Foundation. In this week's Sunday Conversation, anchor Christine Noel sits down with 93Q Morning Zoo host Kevin Kline following his return from his most challenging race yet, 300 miles in Alaska, a mission to take the names of nearly 2,000 kids fighting cancer to the top of the world.
So you've been a radio disc jockey for 30 years. How does a radio DJ just one day become an ultramarathoner?
You meet a 15-year-old girl in 2005 who's told she has a 10% chance to live another 6 months and see her 16th birthday, and all you want to do is help her cope with her cancer diagnosis. And when she has a marathon surgery in February of '06, you decide you're going to run a marathon for her.
Her name is Chelsea.
Chelsea Campbell.
Chelsea Campbell. And Chelsea really touched your heart in ways that you and your wife, Trish, you never even would have imagined.
When I was 15, I couldn't have cared less if I got up and went to school that day. I hated my life. I was suicidal. Here's a 15-year-old girl who's got the world by a string, and she's told you probably won't live another 6 months. And so I was like, you know what, when I was her age, I was pretty selfish. So I told Trish about Chelsea, and we had an immediate 180, and our lives have been so much better since.
And then to say that it sort of snowballed from there into what became the Snowdrop Foundation, which is really a big focus of your life right now.
Well, when Chelsea realized that Snowdrop Foundation was her gift and she could do with it whatever she wanted, after she stopped crying about the happy tears, she said, how are we going to raise money? And we said, that's your decision. And she said, I want to do races that are strictly for pediatric cancer. She goes, I don't want other cancers to be involved. I just want it for pediatric cancer. And so we did a 5K, 10K, and we still do that 5K, 10K, but I decided that I was going to do a marathon for her. 32 people said her name that day on the course, and I told Trish, this is how we're going to keep her alive. And so, you know, we're approaching 200 marathons or more now in 14 years. And it's the best. I mean, Chelsea has taken me to parts of the world I never thought I'd see, to 48 of the 50 states. She's taken me now to Alaska. I mean, it's all for her. It's all for the kids. Chelsea's birthday present is now her legacy, because Chelsea passed away on December 9th of 2006.
Talk about the most recent race in Alaska and what that entire experience was like.
Delivering Hope Run was a 302-mile run from the Arctic Circle sign to the edge of the Arctic Ocean in Dead Horse, Alaska. And it's on the Dalton Highway, which is famous for ice road truckers. And it is a road made of ice in the winter. And the reason why it was my dream run was because everything that road gives you is symbolic to pediatric cancer. There's isolation, there's hostility, there's potential loss of limb, there's potential loss of life. But the reason why it was my dream run was because when we reached the top of Dead Horse, the northernmost city you can reach by foot in Alaska, I was taking those kids to the top of the world. And that's how they feel when they ring their end of treatment bell.
You had more than 300 miles to run in sub-zero temperatures and wind chills, and yet you carried 8 pounds worth of names in that backpack.
Yeah, there's over 1,850 kids' names in here, and they're each printed on like a name card, and then it's laminated. It was 8 pounds, which is heavy when you talk about something on your back, but what was heavier was the responsibility that we had to do what we set out to do, and that's deliver these names to the top of the world.
What day was it that you realized that you needed your buddy to come in and take on this challenge with you?
Day 6. I was 13 miles into day 6, and we'd already been at it for about 4.5 to 5 hours. My ankle was the size of a grapefruit. I couldn't get my core warm because it was minus 31 that day, and mentally I was broken. I was broken, and Scott didn't want to take the bag, and I took it off him, and I said, buddy, you're the only way that these kids are going to get to the top of the world right now, because I can't go anymore. And he did it because of the mission, but he reluctantly did it because he didn't want to not give me a chance to finish it.
But you finished it together.
We did finish it together. Yeah, it was like miraculous. Even my crew chief, Brian, says, I don't know where you came from. I got an 8 hours night's worth of sleep that night. I woke up the next day, I ran 20 miles in 4.5 hours.
Take me to the last day. I know that that day was super emotional.
We put that bag right down at the steps of in the door of the post office, and my wife turns to me and she says, "Happy birthday." And I'm like, oh my gosh, it is my birthday. It was so like we just did the mission, you know. The mission was so much bigger than my birthday.
I know you're still getting your legs back from returning from Alaska and that incredible journey, but what's next, Kevin?
We've got plans. We have plans.
Wow, incredible. To date, Kevin has run more than 175 marathons and ultra marathons for the Snowdrop Foundation. And since its inception, the foundation has raised and donated more than $4.1 million for pediatric cancer research. Wow. And you can see this and other Sunday Conversations on our website, clicktohouston.com. Just look on our homepage for the story.